how to run Facebook ads for tree service business owners specifically, and how I generated 46 tree service leads in a month and a half for a local tree service business here in Idaho. So here are some of the stats to prove to you that this did work. We had 46 on Facebook leads for an average cost of about $35.89. Next, I want to go ahead and show you the new campaign that we're running right now, where we're starting to receive leads for $1.86. Now, of course, it's not going to stay like this, but it's always nice to see a new campaign starting out with a very cheap cost per lead. You know that those ads are already working very well, and Facebook knows based on your targeting that you're reaching the right audience. So you're probably wondering, who is this guy? If you're new to the YouTube channel, my name is Travis. I'm a climber up here in North Idaho, and I started helping my local company with their website SEO, with their Facebook ads. So if you're tired of paying, $70 to $150 per lead for some Yellow Pages or Angie's List leads, this is the YouTube channel to be on. This is the YouTube channel to pay attention to. So I started generating Facebook leads, but if you're tired of not getting enough tree service leads and you want to start running Facebook ads, this is the video for you. If Yellow Pages isn't working, if Angie's List is too expensive, if word of mouth and yard signs, which are really good ways of just local marketing, but it's hard to scale those, right? All right, so jumping right into starting your first Facebook ad campaign, you're gonna go ahead and just go to Facebook, and you might need to set up your ads man. And pause, there's a good freeze frame. I forgot to mention that if you do not have an ads account already set up, you need to do that. So you're gonna have to go to business.facebook.com. You're going to have to verify your email. You're also going to have to create a Facebook page. If you do not have one yet, it's very easy. Go and do that, and we'll get back to the video. Bye now. Your account. But if you have that set up already, you should see a screen that looks something like this. And we're just going to go to campaigns on the left here. And then you're just going to hit create campaign. Now you got a couple of options here, but the main thing that we're looking for, obviously, is tree service companies. We're looking for leads. You can run other types of campaigns here, traffic, awareness, engagement. All of these are great, and they work very well for specific goals. But right now, if you're just trying to generate leads, if you're trying to generate phone numbers, email addresses, and names, leads is going to be the way to go. And we'll hit continue. So here, Facebook is going to try to have you set up a tailored leads campaign, which means they kind of set it up for you in a way. Because this is a step-by-step walking you through it video, I'm going to be choosing the manual leads campaign. This is what I suggest doing, because if you set it up with the tailored leads campaign, Facebook is really good at getting you to spend as much money as possible, right? They kind of feed off of unfortunately, the ignorance of people that don't know how to run these campaigns and don't know how to run them very effectively. So running a tailored leads campaign, you certainly can, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of what we do, we're going to go ahead and select the manual leads campaign. All right, step one is complete. We've created our campaign. We're just going to name this to test tree service lead campaign. Then we're going to take a look at the special ad categories. Now, this one does not directly apply to us. This is specifically for if you are a credit company or an employment, housing, social issues, or running for elections. If you're not running for an election, you don't need to worry about this. We're going to skip right over it. We're going to be keeping our buying type at auction. Our campaign objective is more leads. And for right now, we're going to be leaving advantage campaign budget and A/B split test alone. We're just setting up the absolute basics to get you up and running. So when first getting started, I like to use the instant forms. Now, if you have a landing page or a website, you can send them there. It's just that you're going to get more leads out of these instant forms. An instant form basically gives your prospects the ability to just click on your ad, and the form will come up within Facebook, meaning they don't have to go to your website. They don't have to go to a landing page. They can just enter in their information and send it straight to you, which is good, and it can be bad in some situations. But since we're just starting out and you don't have a landing page or anything like that, and we're keeping this as simple as possible, we're going to just use instant forms. They work fine. In the future, we'd rather have you use a landing page. In the future, we'd rather use a landing page just for better data. But as far as instant forms go, for right now, they're just fine. And we're going to stick with that for right now. If you don't have a Facebook page, you should have a Facebook page. Make sure that is selected here because that is the page that's going to show up for the ads. Our performance goal is going to stick with maximize the number of conversion leads. And here we get to our budget. So I would recommend when you are first starting out, typically, if you set these up correctly, you should be receiving tree service leads anywhere from $15 to $30, right? So when you're first starting out, I would suggest at least $25 a day. This is going to give Facebook a good budget to start testing because in the beginning, they don't know who your ideal customer is. But over time, as you start to get more leads, as you start to get more conversions, Facebook's AI is very, very impressive, and they will be able to see who's converting and who isn't. So we need to just give them that budget to do that testing, which typically takes about a week for them to understand who's converting and who's not. Who should we be showing these ads to? So again, $20 to $25 a day, that's going to be your sweet spot for your daily budget. We're going to go straight to your audience controls. Now, if you're going to pay attention to anything in this video, I recommend it be this because you don't want to be showing your Facebook ads to everybody in the United States. I can't tell you guys how often I get ads for tree service companies that are in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in North Idaho. I am not looking for tree service in Atlanta, Georgia. I still get those ads because I'm always looking at different tree service companies, but I'm going to show you how to set up your location settings right now. So I actually created a completely free Facebook ads checklist. Basically, if you don't like the look of my face or the sound of my voice, you can use this. So it's in the description. I'll send it to you over via email. It's going to cover everything. It's literally got everything you need to do to set up a successful Facebook ads campaign for your company. So again, I'm going to shoot it over to you via email. Just click the link in the description and I'll send it right over to you. All right, back to the video. So the great thing about Facebook is you can target either by zip code, you can target by state, you can target by pretty much any location demographic that you want. But my favorite way to target is either by county or by zip code because you can get extremely specific with that so that your ads are only being shown to your customers in your area. So I can show you right here. If I type in my zip code here, 3814, we can target specifically that area, right? And then if I want to go ahead and target another 83815, we can add that one as well. Now, what you can do as well is you can target by a certain radius. So if I go ahead and I exit both of these out and I just type in, let's see where you are, Idaho. And we just type in my city right here. We can target by a 25-mile radius. The only problem with this is, and it really just depends on where you're at in the United States, but the company that I work for, it doesn't operate in Spokane. So we'd have, 10 miles right here that is covered in Washington, where we don't want to be targeting those people because we don't operate in Washington. We only operate in Idaho, which is why I would highly suggest just getting a list of all of the zip codes that you operate out of and then just entering them in here, or just your counties. Like we can type in Kootenai County. All right, and then it just targets Kootenai County. So we've got an estimated audience size of anywhere from 78,000 to 92,700, and we're going to keep that there. Moving on to Advantage Plus audience. So this is where we're going to be choosing who are we showing our ads to, how old they are, what's their gender, where do they live, what's their demographic, and what do they like, right? When you're first starting out a Facebook ad campaign, I like to leave detailed targeting completely open, meaning the demographics, interests, it doesn't matter who they are. Since we're targeting such a small area, a small zip code, we don't want to leave anybody out. Which is kind of counterintuitive to some marketing, because in some marketing you want to get as niche as possible. But since you guys are a local business, we want to leave it as open-ended as possible to really just let Facebook find our ideal customers for us. The only thing that I would suggest changing is the age range. Typically 18-year-olds are not going to be buying homes, right? So we can adjust this. Usually I'll keep it anywhere from like 30 to 35, and that's going to decrease our audience size here. But then we ensure that our ads are just being shown to people that at that age, typically, not everybody at 35 to 40 has a home, but we're just giving ourselves a better chance for Facebook to be spending money in the right areas, right? Because they may be showing our ads just to people like 18 to 25, and not every 18 to 25-year-old, one, has a house, and then two, has a house where they can spend $3,000, $5,000 to get a tree removed. The point is, we want to be semi-detailed with our targeting so that Facebook doesn't just spend money willy-nilly, because if you give them that option, they will just to do continuous testing. I mean, it is testing, right? But it's better to just give Facebook a little bit of guidance when it comes to the age range, because then we typically know, they probably have a home. They're probably doing okay financially. All right, another important part of setting up the ad campaign is the placements, right? So Facebook has a bunch of different places where they can put your ads. They can put them on the sidebar, they can put them in Marketplace, they can put them in your news feed, desktop, tablet, mobile. And while they suggest that you run Advantage Plus placements, we're not going to be doing that, because they do say, your budget will be allocated by Meta's delivery system across multiple placements based on where it's likely to perform best, which sounds great. It's just that I know what performs best, and that's desktop and mobile newsfeed, and that's it. They have a bunch of other places where they can put your ads, and they're just going to continuously spend money for you that you do not need to be spending. So when it comes to the placements, all we're going to be choosing here is the Facebook placements, the Instagram placements. Do not put it on the audience network placements. They're just going to spend your money. You don't need to be there. And then when it comes to these specific placements, we want feeds, stories and reels, and in-stream ads. That's all we need. That's all we need. Trust me, this is what works. Just follow it blindly and you're going to be just fine. All right, so once that's set up, that is it for the ad set. We're going to hit next here, and now we actually get to create our ads. So I've went into this in a prior video showing you what ads work and what ads don't. I believe that we talked about the before and afters. Those work fantastic, but I want to show you in a little bit more detail what to use and kind of how to set it up, right?
That's right. Craft Tree Care is offering free estimates. Whether you need a tree climbing specialist to remove your tree pruning to ensure long and healthy growth, or stump grinding.
These ads are just extremely effective. They really grab attention. And then after that, we also have a time lapse. So it's kind of the perfect fuse of having video and just grabbing people's attention. Because remember, Facebook ads are like billboards. People are driving by. They don't care about what's going on around them. You really have to capture that attention. Call out who they are and let them know this is what we do. All right, so for the primary text, the text that people are gonna see on your ads, my favorite thing to do, again, remember, we're trying to grab attention. So we're gonna go ahead and click on the little emoji sign right here, and we're gonna click on the siren, and we're gonna say, attention, North Idaho home owners. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put another one right next to it. This is just going to further help get the attention of your ideal customers and put it out there so that they don't miss it, right? When somebody says, hey, attention North Idaho homeowners, and you're running ads to North Idaho homeowners, you can guarantee that it's going to get a lot more attention than just some random picture of you trimming a tree or in a tree or something like that. We want to separate ourselves as much as possible. Remember, guys, like, not a lot of people are putting in this amount of effort for their ads. So the competition is super low. And if you just do stuff like this, you're going to be light years ahead of your competition. I can't believe it. So that's what we're going to start out for the primary text that everybody's going to see. Then we're going to say something along the lines of like your tree service company, whatever your tree service company name is. Your tree service company is currently offering, remember, we want to do offers. Those are going to be the most effective. $100 off. It's not an insane amount, but it's more than anybody else is doing, right? So your tree service company is currently offering $100 off your next tree removal. And then what I really like to do is add some reviews. So go to your Google reviews page, go to anywhere that you have reviews, and just post a few in here. And what we can do, actually, people like social proof. People want to see that you're actually getting good reviews. So if you don't have them, that's a whole nother problem that we're not going to go into in this video. But if you do have them, why not add them, right? And then right underneath the 5 stars that you have here, just since that gets more attention, you know, Billy Badass Tree Service was awesome, or something, whatever it says. Like, don't fake it, you know, but just copy and paste them from your Google profile and put them in there. I would only do about like max amount 3 is what we did, and it worked fantastic. So that's what I would keep it at. It's going to give you some suggestions. That's usually bad because it's too wordy. I don't like reading that. Something that I almost forgot. Make sure to add spaces between your lines here, right? It's easier on the eyes. We want to make it as easy as possible for our clients to see this, automatically know what they're getting. 5-star reviews, free estimate, North Idaho homeowners. Like, it's simple to look at. It's simple to see. It's simple to execute, right? We don't need to overcomplicate this. For headlines, this could not be more simple. Claim your free estimate today. Boom. That's all you need there. It's going to show up right here. Or another good one, actually, this claim your free estimate, or claim your $100 off today. That's just going to add urgency. We want to make sure that we are getting that click. We want to make sure that we're getting that lead, right? Here we can just add some benefits, you know, top rated tree service in whatever your area is. So our call to action. So we've got a few options here. I split tested learn more and get offer, and it's honestly pretty similar, where it actually leans a little bit heavier on learn more, because some people aren't immediately ready to get their quote, right? Maybe they're just checking you out and they're a little bit curious, so they don't get quote as just like, maybe they're not ready to get a quote yet, right? Maybe they just want to enter their information and you give them a call back later, right? Which is what's going to happen anyway. All right, so now moving on to what's called the lead form. So this is what the customer is just going to click on to enter all of their information and send it straight to you, which is going to be really nice. One of the biggest benefits is they don't even have to leave Facebook. They don't have to go to a website. They don't have to go to a lead page, anything like that. And it works really well. It makes it really easy for someone who's already on Facebook that's not really looking to be sold on anything, or, you know, looking to enter their contact information, to say, hey, I can just click this button, enter, you know, what service I'm looking for, and enter my information, and boom, there you go. And they can continue scrolling Facebook. So this is something that they implemented, I believe it was just a couple years ago, and it's super effective, especially for those who, you know, either maybe you don't have a website yet, or maybe your website is not very good at converting leads into customers. So this just makes it really easy, and they're really easy to set up. So I'm going to show you that right now. First thing that I want to show you is the lead form that we use. So we just had a quick overview right here, you know, request your free estimate, listed a couple of benefits, you know, over 130 5-star Google reviews, veteran owned and operated, professional tree climbers for any tree situation. That's something to think about, that me and my boss were talking about, is that a lot of people are not aware that they can get their trees removed by tree climbers. So like, I remember when I first started at my job, I had never seen a tree climber before in my life. Like, a lot of people don't know how we do what we do. And you can probably see that by your customers' eyes when they see you climbing in a tree. Like, they can't believe what's going on, because a lot of them have never heard of this career and how or why anyone would choose this as a career. But, you know, obviously we know it's the best job out there. We don't want to ask them too many questions because typically that will increase your lead cost. The more information that you request from a lead, typically the higher the lead cost, because people aren't as willing to give up as much information typically online, which, you know, makes sense, right? We want to decrease the amount of friction and increase the amount of lead flow. So anyway, what service are you requesting? They pick tree removal, tree trimming or pruning, stump grinding, and then they hit continue here. And that brings them to their contact information where they're just going to enter their name, email, and phone number. Easy as that. Hit continue. Privacy policy, you will need to get a privacy policy. They're really easy to get online, and you'll have to link this, but I'll go over more details of this soon here. And then slide to submit. Boom, right there. Thanks, you're all set. You can visit our website or exit the form now. So this is actually an old one. I actually changed this to, hey, our company is really busy right now. To get your free estimate, we'd recommend you call our company today. This is going to create a lot more urgency for people to get their free estimates, because here's the thing, we are in the busy season, right? And so we want to get more calls. Now that they've submitted their information, you're more likely to get a call. And there's actually a button right here that will lead straight to your phone number. So Facebook just has everything covered. You can get a lead page if you want. It's just a lot more work. You know, the lead quality typically will be a little bit higher, but so will the lead cost. And this is just, I want this Facebook ad strategy to be just to get you started. Like, we're just going over the basics. This is nothing crazy. We're not going to get into lookalike audiences and custom audiences and all the crazy stuff that, like, I know how to do and will optimize everything correctly. Like, I just want to get you guys rolling. So anyway, how do we even create one of these? Well, I've got a draft right here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So you can name your form right here, the form type. So you can do more volume, you can do higher intent, or you can do rich creative. I like rich creative. Typically, it's a little bit higher on the lead cost side rather than volume, but volume, think about it this way. Like, if we're just going for volume of leads, typically the lead quality will be a little bit lower, because typically the easier it is for someone to submit their information, the lower the quality of the lead, meaning when you reach out to them, they're not as likely to pick up, right? Which actually leads me to another point. When you start getting leads, you need to respond to these leads super, super quick. Remember, they're on Facebook. It only takes them 30 seconds to finish these lead forms. Like, you need to be contacting them when this is top of mind. A lot of tree service business owners will get leads, which is great, but they won't respond to them for an hour, even the next day, even the next, like, after the weekend. Like, you are sitting top of mind right now. You need to reach out to them right as they reach out to you. 10 minutes or less. Like, that is the maximum, 1 hour maximum, but like 10 minutes or less, I promise you, you will triple the amount of estimates that you get if you just do that. That's all you have to do. Just respond to your leads quickly, and you'll triple the amount of estimates that you get by doing that. Anyway, done with my tangent there. Rich creative. So this is what we use. It's a little bit more personal. You can use your images, and you can add benefits and stuff like that. It just adds more brand authority to it, and I think it looks a lot better too. So we clicked rich creative. We go to the intro. If you have, try not to use stock images. Like, if you have professional photos of the tree service that you do, that's great. You don't have to have professional photos, but make sure it's a picture of like what you do, whether you're climbing a tree or it's a quality picture. Make sure the lighting isn't shitty. Like, you want to show that you're a professional company, right? You don't want to have shitty photos. Color scheme. This may sound crazy that I'm saying this, but don't use colors like bright red or bright pink, even if it's like the colors of your trucks. Like, please use something that's easy on the eye. So headline, we're going to go ahead and go with our offer. So just get your $100 off. We want to keep it consistent, right? So we want the ad copy to have get your $100 off. We want the lead form to have get your $100 off. We want to have the thank you page. I just hit my mic. We want to have the thank you page say get your $100 off. All of it as consistent as possible to make sure that you are paying the least amount possible for your leads. Overview, pretty simple. Claim your $100 off coupon today. And then we've got free estimates. This is just something I filled in here. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to backtrack here a little bit. So build a story. we don't want to go too much into all this information because people are just going to click off of it. So then we'll go down to questions. So we're going to ask one question and one question only. And that's basically just what you need to know. It's what service are they looking for, right? So we've got the question. It's a multiple choice. We've got tree removal, just all the services you offer, right? You might offer more than this. If you do landscaping as well, you can add that. Tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding. You can even add tree planting if you want. And now if we scroll down, we can do the pre-filled questions for the contact form. Again, look at this, get your $100 off, keeping that consistency. And we're just gonna ask for their name, email, and phone number. And you may be asking, like, if you're trying to reach out to them by phone, you're like, Travis, why would I need their email? And this depends on where you're at in your tree service company, like how much you're making, how big your team is. But emails are super important. One of the biggest reasons we like to capture emails is that after you've finished a job, you can go back to the lead form and send them an email and say, hey, it was great doing the job for you. Thank you so much for hiring us. Is there any chance you might be able to take 30 seconds and leave us a 5-star Google review? And you can shoot them that email right after you do the job. And that works like a charm to increase your Google reviews, which will in turn increase your ranking in Google, which in turn will get you more money, which will in turn make you the best tree service out there. I can't promise that, but you see where I'm going with this, right? Okay, so we've got the name, email, and phone number. That's the information that your leads are entering. Privacy policy, you have to have a privacy policy. You can just look up on Google how to get my own privacy policy. There's a ton of like templates that you can download, and then you'll just paste the link in here. It's basically just a promise not to sell your leads information to third parties, which if you're not a scam artist who's watching this, you're probably not doing, but Facebook it's an SOP that they have to have. Okay. So then they'll submit that, and then we'll finally go to the thank you message, which, as I discussed, we are extremely busy at this time of year. So be sure to call now to claim your free estimate. This will generate more calls for you than you think. They've already entered their information. Some of them are just going to click off. In fact, I would say 80 to 90% of people are going to click off. But those 1 out of 10 are going to give you a call right there because you have created urgency for them and they know that they want to get their free estimate. Or this is actually a mistake that I made. It should say get your $100 off coupon right here. This is a mistake by me. Keep that again. Keep the consistency, right? That's what we want to be doing. So we can change that now to claim your, if I can spell, $100 off today. We could even do something, create a little bit more urgency here. And instead of saying we are extremely busy this time of year, we can do, we are only running this offer for a limited time. You can do for like 30 days or so, ending soon. Call now to claim your $100 off before we run out. That's going to create a lot more urgency to get more people to call. This stuff, guys, like I know I've said this before, but like your competition isn't doing this. They might be doing it, but they're not doing it as well as this. We can get into a lot more detail. Like the campaigns that I'm running are a little bit more extensive, but like this is the basics. If you have no idea what you're doing, this is the perfect course/video for you. So again, I'm going to go ahead and link a PDF file in the description. If you want that, to just go step by step to make sure, so you don't have to keep watching this video if you're tired of listening to me or you don't like my face or something, whatever it may be. I'm going to link, it's a completely free PDF file that I made specifically for tree service companies that's going to show you step by step everything that we've gone over today, just so you can go down the list, check off, I did that, I did that, I did that. It's going to make it easier for you. Just go down in the description and download that. It'll really help you out. But guys, that's pretty much it. There is a lot to do when it comes to optimizing these, and you'll start to see results pretty soon. And after that, you really want to just make sure that you're optimizing your campaigns, killing ads that aren't working, upping the budget on the ones that are. Again, you need help, go in the description, give me a call, shoot me an email, whatever you may need. As always, safe climbing, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.